most
Dear all
essential of all.
contestants, welcome to Only
If
Up
they can see you,
Part
they can
5,
hit you.
Halloween
If
edition.
they can hit you, they can kill you.
Oh, hi, son.
Don't let them see you. And if you
Mom,
see
what
them,
are you doing
you
here?
better shoot first. Do
I came looking
not
for you, and
hesitate.
I found out that you were here.
If this went to
Did you
shit,
kill someone? You're
Tom would
grounded.
flack off
No,
with
I gave what I
something.
had to do.
4 of the 7 had Willie Pete.
This is a death game. Why are you here?
Which would disperse
Well, I'm
gobs
pregnant,
of
so I need to
burning
pay for the
white
money.
phosphorus into the
You're
approaching enemy.
pregnant? Why did you kill me,
Tom's
Mom?
element would then fall back,
Because
tapping
you were
Quinn as they
ghosting.
passed.
Oh.
Quinn's squad would
Okay, that
remain
makes
online
sense.
while Tom set
Well,
up his
I can
second
just
team
fly
as slight
like a
offset.
bird.
Quinn would then light the time fuse that would
What the?
detonate his 5 additional
He can
claymores
fly?
3 minutes later.
Yeah,
In the
anyone
resulting
with wings
chaos,
can
Havoc would
fly.
make their escape. That was the
And I
hope.
can fly.
But as they all knew, things in the jungle rarely...
The first thing I was facing last time was Freddy,
40mm
Golden
or
Freddy,
Mike
and his
Mike
last
grenades
words
from
were,
their
I
79s
always
were to be
come
used
back.
next, followed by hand grenades. Their rifles and machine guns were a last
There's
resort.
no way Mom just
As
lost
soon as
her
they
balance
started
and
shooting,
can't
the
walk
NVA would
anymore.
know their precise location
Yeah, I lost my
and
balance.
concentrate all their fire.
Yeah, you're a pregnant woman, Mom. Why would you do that? Why would you come here?
Like
This
Mike's
isn't
kept
safe
the
for
enemy
you.
guessing and would be Havoc's primary means of deterrent until they have no choice but to go to the guns.
This isn't
They
safe
would
for
then
you.
continue to fall back toward an emergency
I
extraction
always
point
come
to be
back.
picked up by
What?
H-34
Are you Freddy Fazbear?
helicopters
No, I'm not
flown by
I'm not
South
Golden
Vietnamese
Freddy
Air Force
Fazbear.
pilots.
You are Golden Freddy
If they could
Fazbear.
summon fast
You're the one who
movements
said you always
forecast
that
those air
I
support,
always come
they
back
would bring
first.
down a world of hurt on their pursuers. If Tom remembered the days of his first deployment with SEAL.
Of course, Mom, you don't even look that
Tom
pregnant.
Delta, where as a new guy, he had carried the pickup on the 37 12-gauge shotgun dumbbell attachment when walking point.
Trying to pull a prank on me? No, I think my water just broke. There's no water in
Like
this
a
game.
lifetime ago, when he and his fellow men with green faces ran down the hill on Vietcong patrols from ambush sites in the night roads along the river to Nine Dragons, as at the end of his way from the South China Sea. The amount of firepower carried by his 12-man SEAL platoon caused the Vietcong to think their force far exceeded
shoot.
their actual numbers.
What?
That was a
Everybody,
different
pause
mission.
for now. Just wait.
Those were DC. In Laos, they were
I
dealing
think a
with the
baby's head.
NVA, an army
The baby's
that
coming.
had been trained by the Soviets. Even at midday, it was gloomy beneath the triple canopy. At night, it would be pitch black. Tom
Man,
felt
Freddy
comfortable.
Fazbear is so stupid.
It provided a blanket of security.
No, not
It
Freddy.
also meant
Freddy
that
Krueger is so
it was highly
stupid.
unlikely, keeping them behind enemy lines until at least
I
sunrise.
always come back.
They traveled heavy, much heavier than Tom
What,
had
Freddy
when
Krueger's
operating
already
the
here.
deltas
Why
in
he
the south.
have a
Laos
second
was
version?
an area that by
He's so
international
stupid
law was
sometimes.
off limits, which meant it might be a while
No,
before they
bro.
could contact the FOB through an overhead air asset or their top secret Hickory radio relay site to request
I
extraction.
always come
In these
back.
situations, extra
It's a good
magazines
thing.
and
You
grenades
always
were
come
more
back.
useful than anything out of a sea ration.
I
As
always
Quinn
come
was
back.
fond of pointing
The
out,
baby's head is here.
Rather be
I see the
hungry
baby's
than
head.
Tom's first flying gear consisted of a Browning high-power 9mm pistol with a black letter holster on his right side, and in tech release of Fred, a 22 caliber high-standard HD semi-automatic pistol on his left. A Randall-made Model 14 knife with its 7.5-inch blade and black micarta handle, and a weathered brown leather sheath was on his right hip,
Baby here.
behind the Browning. Bo Randall's company in Orlando, Florida, had been crafting
hello.
knives since 1938. Blades that had
Cool kick,
accompanied
baby.
U.S. servicemen
His
in the
hair.
Second World War, Korea, and now Vietnam. The base tailor had modified Tom's fatigues and added extra pockets specifically
Now
sized
the
for his
baby
signal
is a
mirror,
part of the game.
notebook and pen,
Are you
maps,
kidding me?
morphine
The
syringe,
baby's a part of the game.
their
This isn't
whistle,
Squid
compass,
Games.
and his URC-10 emergency radio, along with a frequency encoder. Fluorescent orange marking panels to signal aircraft and mark landing zones was stashed in one of two large
Look, it's
cargo
Monster
pockets on
Boy.
his
Monster
pants.
Boy's here.
He wore black
That's not
glove,
Monster Boy.
more breathable
Yes, it
cloth
is.
on the tops,
I'm
leather
Monster
fingers and
Boy.
palms. The thumb, index, and middle fingers were cut off at the first joint.
Hey, be careful. You might bump into the baby. There's no baby here.
Green
Yes, there is. Oh, I see it now.
everything had a purpose.
Baby's a part of the game.
Tom didn't
Give me the
dare look at
baby.
the watch on
No,
his
I'm
left
not giving you
wrist.
the baby.
Rolex Submariner on a
Baby's a
black
part of the
nylon
game.
strap with two marine grade
It's a
snaps
player.
to which a leather cover was affixed to prevent reflection. A small Waltham compass was attached to the van just below the stainless steel case of the timepiece. The watch reminded him of Saigon.
I always come back!
Now, Tom, stay focused. Like most SOG operators, Tom's second line gear was attached to modified World War II.
I always come back!
Automatic rifle web gear. In Arctic canteen covers attached
I always
to the
come
belt
back!
were his
And now,
four
at this
additional
point, everyone's just
rounds
talking.
lined with strips of
Freddy.
linoleum to prevent the openly metal, non-disintegrating belts of rounds from rattling. It increased the length of each belt from their standard 100 to 125 rounds per drum. Every round mattered and could mean the difference between life and death for the entire team. A cut-down M79 was secured with a D-ring through the trigger guard on the left side of the box. Additional BAR pouches carried 2 high-explosive 40mm rounds, 2 40mm anti-personnel rounds filled with steel darts, 4 frag grenades, 2 smokes, and a white phosphorus grenade. A canteen and a gas mask were situated behind the ammo pouches.
You're not
Flame
Freddy!
was
You're
attached
not!
to his chest, blasting cap removed. Also on the web
always
belt
come
was a
back!
Franken Survival Axe Type 2, which he thought was superior to a machete due to its sharp hook that allowed him to cut vines regardless of which way it was swung. Anything that shined was covered with black tape. Anything that rattled
For his first time.
sounds to a minimum. Of primary importance was a 12-foot section of green rope coiled and attached to his web gear. It would be used to tie a Swiss seat harness to clip onto a rope. The operators called strings, dropped from a helo to hoist
Better
them
hope
out of the
Jason
jungle.
falls. If Jason
Then it
doesn't
was a
fall,
freezing ride at 7,000
you and Jason make it to the final round. You're so cooked. I'm not gonna be
was
cooked. You're
similarly
gonna be cooked.
outfitted but ran his
Well,
Car
it's like
15
that's
with 30
why I have
20-round
gloves.
magazines, each loaded with 18 rounds. For his secondary, he opted for the 1911 A145 pistol.
What's
I've
good,
only
Freddy?
seen was customized by gunsmith.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Instead of the Franken Warren Survival Axe, Quinn carried a Special
Well, that's
Forces
me. I don't know what to do.
Peter Lagana hatchet from the American Tomahawk Company as a nod to his heritage, and
Oh my
because it was
God,
more
those
effective
faces
than a
full of
blade for
kill.
dispatching sentries.
SCP-096.
Designed Indig Ruck, the brainchild of Conrad Bennett Ben Baker.
I always come back!
Insurgency support office hidden away in Okinawa, Japan. SOG Zone Q branch from the popular James Bond films held Tom's third line.
Disqualified.
In
What?
it,
What does that
he
mean?
sewed an extra canteen.
You
with
took too
water
long.
purification
What?
tablets
Why you have
to the
fire
inside.
gun?
Killed whatever microorganisms lived in the ocean streams, and he hoped counteracted the Agent Orange defoliation medical kit, 6 extra grenades, 3 more smokes, 8 M79 rounds, indigenous rations also developed by the ingenious Ben Baker that consisted of pre-cooked, lightly seasoned rice with fish, shrimp, or meat laced with vitamin B.
Okay, we're
Though
moving
most
on to the
recon
next
teams carried
round.
a single
Okay, I
large
can just
handheld
fly.
radio.
Sit here, baby.
Tom and
Sit
Quinn
here, little
both
baby
carried
boy.
PRC-25s.
It's a little baby girl. Oh yeah.
Hefty, unwieldy communications devices.
I have a
that were their
little sister
lifeline.
now.
They both believed it
I
was
remember
worth the
I had a
extra weight
brother.
to have a backup.
In part one,
PRC-25
I had a brother.
was the most
What
essential
happened to
piece
my
of
brother?
equipment in their arsenal,
Fell.
capable of
In
connecting
the
them
very
to
first part of it.
F-4 Phantoms, F-100 Super Sabres, A-6 Intruders, and AC-130 gunships. To prevent the
Man, that
radios
baby
from
never
falling
shuts
into
up.
enemy hands,
Hey, don't talk
a
about
thermite
sisters like
grenade was
that.
taped to the sides to melt them into oblivion if the team was about
I
to
never
go.
had a sister before.
Each team member
I had
also
a
carried
brother
handcuffs.
before, but not a
They were
sister.
always ready to grab an enemy combatant for their intelligence value. A live
We need to
prisoner
get rid of that
also meant
baby.
5 days of R&R in Taiwan or Thailand and 100
Yeah?
US dollars
What do you want,
as a
Melon?
reward. Someone higher up
Make
the
sure
chain of
that the
command
baby
figured that
stays
operators
alive.
on the ground needed an addition.
You just killed a fool! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Instead of money,
Well, I
and
always
vacations,
come
the little
back.
people, as SOG affectionately referred to them on 10 yards, on a successful prisoner snatch op,
What the
would be honored with a new Seiko watch from Supply. If rain
Look,
didn't
I always
ground the
come
aircraft,
back.
Havoc would make contact with the Air Force FAC aircraft overhead, call sign Covey, in a low-flying O-2A Cessna Skymaster, or possibly with a C-130
I have
command
infinite
post sign above
heels.
Southern Laos.
I have flying
Coming over the
armor.
radio with Prairie
watch
Fire
is too
emergency
good.
shift priority for all aircraft in the
Mom,
AO
you
to
pushed
the
us
SOG
both.
team under fire. Next to the pilot was
Sorry
a
for
Special
pushing
Forces
us.
MACV SOG
Well,
soldier.
you're lucky that the
Covey
baby
fighters
survived.
speak directly to
The baby doesn't have infinite heels like me.
help
I'm the
avoid
main character.
strikes, and guide the
I'm so
recon
lucky
team
the
to their
baby
LC for pickup.
And guy.
A favorite aircraft
Baby guy gotta be
amongst all
airborne.
SOG teams is the slow,
I always come back.
portable A-1 Sky Raider.
What's with everyone
A
saying
venerable
they always come
single-prop
back?
plane of Korean War
know.
vintage that could carry more than its own weight in ordnance. The jets typically had about 15 minutes of loiter time and had difficulty dropping ordnance closer than
I always come
250
back.
meters to a team in contact. The A-1
I
could provide
always
support
come
for over an
back.
hour. It had an array that included cluster bombs, napalm, 250-pound white phosphorus munitions,
Hey, don't tell me
and a
what to
20-millimeter cannon that could cut down the enemy
I
within 5
always
meters
come
of the SOG team in contact. This was extremely
All
hazardous when
the way
contacts
to
had
come
took place
back.
at distances of less than 20 feet. All SOG
You gotta keep
operators
going
in
from
Montana
here.
prayed to hear the distinctive growl of a low-flying Sky Raider screaming in just
Right
above the
here.
canopy.
Fly. So it doesn't
Recon
matter.
teams out of FOB 1 were usually supported by A-1s
Well, I'm already
from
in
the
there too,
56th
except that-
Special Operations Wing in Da Nang. They were the best in the business. Havoc
I
had
always
made contact in
come-
11
wait,
out of
this
their
is-
last
this is
13
the same
missions
course.
as a team. All of them had been wounded, but so far they had not had
I
any
always come
fatalities.
back.
Tom knew that one day his
Goo goo
focus
gaga.
would run out. All he could do was hope that day wasn't upon them.
Goo goo gaga. Goo goo gaga. Goo goo gaga.
Tommy gun in hand, battling
Hello,
the
buddy.
Japanese in World War II.
Goo goo gaga. Brother.
Didn't have
Brother. He said his first word. He said his first
Even
word.
though he was less than 4 feet from Mang Hai and their Montagnard team leader, Tom couldn't see him. Mang was Tom's age but looked younger.
Now.
He'd been a replacement for Amu. Tom missed Amu. Quinn still carried the Montagnard's rosary in his pocket. Amu's wife had
Here,
insisted
sitting on the baby. I'll give him pink
his
eye.
death had hit Quinn's
Rude.
particular hard. Mang lived for one purpose: to kill MVA. The AK round that had grazed Mang's scalp in their last mission only added fuel to
What do
his
you want?
fire.
Name him.
Montagnard
Son.
hated that North
Alright,
Vietnamese
allow
more
me.
than the
Give
Americans
me
did.
this.
Truth was,
Hey,
the yards hated
hey,
all
hey, 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 hey. Don't let the baby walk toward me. Because I might accidentally stab him. So I always come back.
Part of his field prayed
Corrupt
they would
nature.
go on.
I always come back.
The heart was itching to cut them all down. This was war. A war that had claimed too many of his friends.
I'm just going to teleport.
It took
What?
all of
Bring
Tom's
teleporting
strength to watch
actually
as the
back?
sweat crept down
Nah.
from under the green
Nah,
cravat
pinch me. I must be
that
dreaming.
obscured his dark blonde hair. The salty liquid traversed over his
Oh, I see.
camouflage face paint to sting his eyes.
Being
He
in the
found that the
finals.
cravat worked better for him than the boonie hat favored
May
by
actually be
Quinn.
the final for me.
He also liked the fact that the
I
crop wash of
always
the crushing
come
heel
back.
was
Hey, Jason.
on his head.
What?
Maybe we're going
How
to
about
get
you
lucky.
let the baby deal with
Then
Freddy?
he heard the clacking.
You know what? That actually sounds like a good
NVA
deal.
trackers would
That's a good
signal
idea.
each other in the main element by tapping 2 pieces of bamboo together.
Wait, what?
Perhaps the trackers didn't have dogs.
Go.
Then Tom
Go,
heard the
baby.
barking.
Go, baby. Go, baby.
This is about to get
No,
Western.
no, the baby can't even do anything.
They had
We gotta kill the
unclipped
baby.
phone cable
Yeah,
tap
right,
and were
right.
fading back from the trail into the shadows of the jungle when the enemy
Ah.
patrol appeared, forcing them into their perimeter behind the claymores. They had covered their scent with a mixture
I
of
always
CS
come
powder,
back.
potent irritant,
I always come back.
Communications lines along the trail. The mixture was highly effective, though it did not
Yeah,
work
the
every
baby
time
did
as
it.
before. Bloodhounds used by the
Oh, sorry,
NVA were
Mom.
smart. If they had previously
Alright, now
encountered
that-
a countermeasure, they would
Freddy's
stop
done
before
with,
getting close enough
I
to destroy
gotta
their
deal with
sense
your
of smell.
mom. Wait, what?
Some would even circle around the concoction.
Oh,
and pick up
bring
the
it
furry
on.
scent on the other side.
Oh, you're messing with the wrong guy.
Not those kinds
No.
of dogs. The barking stopped. Tom shut his eyes and focused on his hearing. A dog was moving around the countermeasure.
He pulled out his
He slowed
machete.
his breathing. Steady.
some
services
more.
predecessor to the CIA. With the type of ammunition that made up the 10 rounds in the magazine
Quit
in the
crying.
chamber, it
Oh, you're
suppressed
gonna
the
cry.
shot to 20 decibels, or the sound
Stay
of a
away
light
from
cough.
my.
The
Stay
longer Tom
away
came
from
to
my
carry without telling
sister.
their exact location, the better. Tom brought the pistol up as deliberately as he could. Havoc's advantage was stealth. The NVA had to move to find them, making noise while Havoc remained still, silent, camouflaged. Get ready. The barking was getting closer now from the
Oh, you wanna go, huh?
Havoc's claymores were set up facing the Ho Chi Minh Trail, which was to Tom's 12 o'clock. The dog was approaching from his right flank, so the 22 would have to do.
I'm gonna
The
nerf
barking
you,
stopped with
and then
Reese
only
as
up
they moved.
Halloween edition will be
The tracker
over.
would not be far behind. You won't see him until he's almost on you. In Sauk, they treated the dogs the same way they treated the NVA, as an enemy to be dispatched. From Tom's position on the jungle floor, the dog appeared much larger than it actually was. The hound registered the prone American at the same instant a 22 caliber round hit the pistol's muzzle. Soak up a few minutes before going down. The brown and black colored blood hound dropped
You and your
Tom's face.
sister.
Sorry,
I
friend.
always come
What was
back.
not
I have
expected
infinite
was for his
heals.
handler to appear right behind him as
Yeah,
quickly as he
right.
did.
Quit
The
lying.
sound of the approaching dog had disguised the noise of the
Telling
tracker.
you, you don't want to mess with
Reeling in
me.
shock at the sight of his dead dog, the NVA soldiers...
Oh, you want to go again, huh?
Tom put a 22 round into his neck and another in the underside of his chin. At the same instant, the man's finger depressed the trigger of his Kalashnikov, sending a burst of 7.62 by 39 rounds into the dirt
I'm
just
4,
to the
5,
left of
6.
Tom's head.
You're not 4, 5,
He
6.
stumbled and fell on top of the seal, who put two suppressed rounds into his temple and another through his ear. More than one SOG operator had been killed by men they believed were dead. Learn from the mistakes of the departed. Once the shooting started, if you weren't moving, you were dying. The NVA, with their superior numbers, would flank you in a heartbeat. Hence the toe poppers
Over
and
here, baby.
fractured tripwires. And
What's going
now
on?
the
I
shooting had
always
started.
come back.
The jungle in
You
front
were
of
just
Tom and his
dead.
team
I wasn't
erupted
dead.
in
I was
automatic
alive
fire,
still.
all
I was
concentrated in the
hanging.
direction of the dead dog and handler. There was no need to yell contact or
How
fire in the
about
hole.
you be player
Havoc knew
333?
what was coming
That's
next.
not possible to be
Tom
player
depressed the Claymore's
333.
trigger, sending 3
33.
volts of
Oh, yes,
electricity
it
down
is.
the firing wire into a blasting cap embedded
Yo,
in
bro,
C4.
just yo.
This caused the detonation of a shaped charge that propelled the embedded steel
That is
ball
possible
bearings
to be
into a
player
directional 60-degree arc of pain,
333.
tearing through the jungle foliage and the
Well, guess
enemy
what?
marching
I'm not
through it.
player 333.
The
Well, you will
backblast
be.
felt as though it dislodged Tom's teeth from his skull when the shockwave passed through his body, compressing his brain and internal organs in a nauseating surge of violence. The concussion and smoke were accompanied by a barrage of dirt, rocks, leaves, roots, and branches that showered the Americans and their Montagnard teammates with the vestiges of death. The explosion immediately robbed them of hearing, which quickly returned as a piercing ring followed them like devils on their shoulders. It was as if the universe suddenly inverted and just as quickly set itself straight, now a few souls lighter. Time to move. One thing to do first. Tom reached into his gas mask pouch and retrieved an AK mag, a special eldest son AK mag with a bullet 6.7, modified to contain a high explosive in place of gunpowder, certain to destroy the rifle firing it. The bullet was also capable of maiming or even killing the shooter. Tom quickly removed a magazine from the dead man's canvas chest rig, secured it in his gas mask pouch, and replaced it with the eldest son mag, making sure to refasten the wooden toggle. Tom then slapped the Montagnards to his right and left. Staying as low as they could, they turned and moved through Quinn's squad, setting up about 20 yards behind and offset in the direction of their primary extract point. With any luck, this was a small NVA element, and those claymores had decimated most of them. Luck. Was it bad luck that an NVA patrol had appeared on the road just as RT Havoc had been removing their wiretap? suggested something else. Recon teams were disappearing with increasing frequency these days. Now, Tom. Damn it. You can discuss it with Quinn over beers in the Green Beret Lounge at Fubai. But first, you have to get to Fubai. The jungle erupted in gunfire, most directed at the position Tom's element had recently occupied. They don't know exactly where we are. Not yet. Tom could see Quinn's element moving toward them, which meant they had less than 3 minutes before their 5 linked claymores detonated. Tommy-san, local VC, Charlie, Hank whispered, pointing to the left flank. Even though these were NVA, VC and Charlie had become colloquial terms for enemy, to include NVA and that loud. If you see them, you better shoot first. Do not hesitate. Tom let the RPG hang on its leather sling, transitioned to the cut-down M79, broke open the action, switched the flechette for a high explosive round, closed the action, thumbed the safety forward, aimed, and depressed the trigger.
We are not horses.
He was rewarded with the distinctive low-pressure thump
animals.
of the projectile operating precisely as designed, a sound that resulted in the M79's nickname, Thumper. He reloaded and fired another 40mm grenade into the flanking enemy, joined by the team's dedicated Montagnard M79 gunner who carried the full-size weapon. The yard sent 3 HE projectiles before reloading with a flechette round, ducking and falling into the line of march. The team had practiced this immediate action drill time and time again at their Monkey Mountain training area to either break contact, continue mission, or as in this case, break contact, move to extract. Keep moving. To stop is to die. They could move faster now with the rain and the confusion caused by the first set of claymores. Tom pivoted his head toward the smoke that still lingered after the linked claymore detonation to see figures moving through the haze. That's a lot of NVA. This was more than just a simple patrol. His eyes met those of an NVA soldier. As the enemy combatant pivoted his AK toward the Sogman, Tom brought up his M79
Melon
just
has
as Quinn's
been
3-minute time
eliminated.
fuse detonated. The 5 linked stay-behind
Goo
lines.
goo gaga.
A thunderous explosion shook the jungle as 3,500 steel ball bearings ripped through the bodies of the NVA point element. Move. The SOG team opted to sacrifice security for speed to take advantage of the chaos. Though they didn't know if weather would ground air assets, their top priority was making it to extract before darkness set in. Tom heard Quinn calling, "Prairie fire emergency," through the handset. Now someone just had to receive the transmission.